They look rich, happy, untouchable, perfect lighting, perfect smiles, perfect lives, packaged into 30-second clips. Millions of views, millions of followers, millions of people who wish they had that life. But here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. For many viral stars, fame didn't save them, it broke them. And today we're pulling back the curtain on the pressure, the manipulation, the contracts, the burnout, the silence behind the smile. This is the dark truth behind viral stars. Stay with me, because once you see this, you'll never scroll the same way again. The rise that looks like a dream. Going viral feels like winning the lottery. One video, one sound, one perfectly timed post, an algorithmic miracle. Overnight, nobody becomes somebody. Yesterday, you were invisible. Today, strangers recognize your face. Tomorrow, brands want your voice. Messages flood in. Emails pile up. Your phone never stops buzzing. People tell you, you're living the dream. You made it. You're so lucky. But here's what they don't tell you. Viral fame doesn't rise slowly. It doesn't give you time to adjust. It explodes. And the human brain was never built for that kind of whiplash. Psychologists compare sudden internet fame to trauma-level stress. Your identity changes overnight. Your sense of safety disappears. Your mistakes become permanent screenshots. There's no training manual, no warning label, no pause button, just pressure, constant, relentless. When attention becomes your job, at first attention feels exciting. Likes feel like applause. Comments feel like validation. Views feel like proof you matter. But slowly, attention turns into responsibility. You're expected to show up every day, on demand, not just as yourself, but as the version of you people fell in love with. The funny one, the confident one, the unbothered one. Even when you're not okay, especially when you're not okay. Because the audience doesn't follow silence. They follow content. The algorithm doesn't care about you. Let's get something straight. The algorithm is not your friend. It doesn't care if you're tired, or anxious, or breaking down in your bathroom at 3 a.m. It doesn't care about your mental health, or your family, or your limits. It only cares about one thing: engagement. If your video performs well, you're rewarded. More reach, more exposure, more dopamine. If it doesn't, you vanish, shadowed, buried, forgotten. And once you've tasted virality, disappearing feels worse than failing. So creators chase it again, and again and again. They post when they're sick, when they're grieving, when they're mentally exhausted. They film through tears, edit through panic, smile through burnout. Because taking a break feels like death. One missed upload can kill momentum. One flop can tank reach. One bad week can erase months of work. This isn't creativity, it's survival. The smile that hides burnout on camera, they're laughing. Energetic, effortlessly confident. They look fine. Off camera, many are barely holding it together. Burnout among influencers is exploding. But no one talks about it, because burnout doesn't perform well. Long hours, constant filming, endless editing, zero separation between life and work. Your bedroom becomes a studio. Your meals become content. Your relationships become storylines. Your personality becomes a product. And the scariest part? You don't know who you are without the camera anymore. Some creators admit they feel guilty resting, guilty for not posting, guilty for choosing sleep over views, guilty for being human. Because when your income depends on attention, silence feels dangerous. When fans turn into judges, fame used to come with distance. Movie stars went home. Musicians disappeared behind gates. Now, fame lives in your pocket. Every comment, every DM, every opinion, unfiltered. People analyze your face, your body, your tone, your past. They dissect your words frame by frame. Pause your expressions, assume intentions you never had. One mistake can trigger a mob. Old tweets resurface. Jokes get misread. Clips get taken out of context. Rumors spread faster than truth. And apologies, they're never enough. Cancel culture doesn't ask questions. It doesn't wait. It doesn't forget easily. Many viral stars live in constant fear. Fear of slipping up, fear of being misunderstood, fear of becoming tomorrow's villain. That level of hypervigilance, it destroys mental health. The contracts that own you. Here's the part almost no one talks about. The deals. When brands and agencies come knocking, it feels surreal. Validation, success, proof you made it. But many viral stars sign contracts they don't understand because they're young, excited, and afraid to say no. Long-term exclusivity, ownership of content, loss of creative control. Some contracts last year. Some lock creators into platforms they hate. Some take ownership of future ideas before they even exist. Some creators don't even own their own name. Yes, that actually happens. Management companies take massive percentages. Platforms change monetization rules overnight. Ad revenue drops without warning, and creators are left scrambling. You can have millions of views and still be broke because virality doesn't equal stability. The kids who never consented, this is where it gets uncomfortable. Family vloggers, child influencers, kids growing up online. Many of them never chose this life. They didn't sign up for views or comments or strangers knowing their names. Their childhood moments are monetized, their meltdowns go viral, their private lives become public archives. There are kids with millions of views and zero legal protection, no labor laws, no guaranteed savings, no right to erase their past. Psychologists warn this could cause long-term damage, identity confusion, trust issues, resentment toward parents. Because once the camera is on, childhood stops being safe and the internet never forgets. When the views stop, virality is fast and it's cruel. Trends change, audiences move on, new faces replace old ones. The algorithm stops pushing, the likes slow down, the comments disappear. What happens when the views stop? For many creators, their entire identity collapses. They don't know who they are without numbers, without likes, without constant validation. Some spiral into depression, some vanish completely. Some admit they feel invisible for the first time in years. And worst of all, they blame themselves. They think they failed, that they weren't good enough, that they lost their spark, instead of blaming the system that built them up and tossed them aside. The mental health crisis no one sees behind the ring lights in filters is a growing crisis. Anxiety, depression, panic attacks, imposter syndrome. Many viral stars feel like frauds, like they don't deserve their success, like they're one bad video away from being exposed. Some turn to substances, some isolate themselves, some break down publicly, and when they do, the internet watches, not with empathy, not with compassion, but with popcorn. Why we keep falling for it? So why does this cycle keep repeating? Because we love the illusion. We see highlight reels, luxury trips, flexible schedules, freedom, but we don't see the contracts, the burnout, the therapy bills, the sleepless nights. Platforms profit from creators pushing past their limits. Brands profit from relatability. Audiences profit from entertainment. And the creator? They carry the cost. What needs to change? This isn't about hating influencers. It's about protecting humans. We need transparency in contracts, stronger creator protections, mental health support without stigma. We need to normalize breaks, normalize slowing down, normalize disappearing for a while. We need to stop treating people like content machines. And as viewers, we need to remember something simple. There's a real person behind that screen, with limits, with fears, with a life outside the frame. Final thought. Next time you see a viral star smiling into the camera, pause for a second. Remember this. That smile might be practiced. That confidence might be borrowed. That perfect life might be hanging by a thread. Fame doesn't equal happiness. Views don't equal peace. And virality doesn't mean safety. Behind the filters are late nights. Behind the numbers is pressure. Behind the applause is fear of disappearing. Because when the algorithm moves on, so does the crowd. And sometimes the brightest stars burn the fastest. Not because they weren't talented, Not because they weren't hardworking, but because no one warned them how hot the spotlight really is. So before you envy that life, before you chase those numbers, ask yourself what the cost really is. If this video opened your eyes, hit like, share it with someone who needs this reminder, and subscribe for more stories that dig beneath the surface. Beyond the thumbnails, beyond the hype, beyond the illusion. Because not everything that goes viral is worth chasing.